Welcome to Deep Thought, a single moment. You know what? I had something recently. This is a little personal for me, but I'll share some of it because I still keep the other person involved. But recently I had a situation with a person I had known her a while, and I'd say the relationship was strained. It used to be real tight, but then it got strained, right? And, just because of the circumstances, I have to see this person every now and then, right? And it was interesting. Just something happened a few weeks ago. It was interesting. I saw the person. I knew I was going to see the person. And usually I got like, I'm going to be polite thing. But this one instance, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to be chill. I'm going to just sit back and relax. I ain't going to have my usual thing. And then a funny thing happened. Me and this person had a great conversation. Like it was fun, laughing, everything. And I was like reminded how interesting this person was to me when I first encountered them, right? Yeah, I know it was a woman. But still, right? I was like, wow, okay. All because I changed my attitude of how I was going to respond in a moment. I'm going to tell you what. Now, I've talked about things like portals and how like single relationships can change the reality. Single moments can change something. Just having the right attitude, man. I remember somebody I grew up with, man. That motherfucker, I don't know, he couldn't stand me, right? I don't know what it was, because I was a friend of his brothers and shit. Me and this dude ended up being friends because I think I complimented something about him. I think I said something like, damn, man, you got those waves brushed in right. Literally. That dude got to the point he would like take a life for me, man. It's like shit. And when I say take a life, I mean literally he would put a bullet in somebody for me, man. I'm going to tell you what. That single moment on a deep level can create millions of realities. That choice, it can create it, man. I'm going to tell you what. As you go through life, you have to be conscious. Most people are not conscious of everything, or they never know. See, a lot of times we just don't know. And I know I've talked about this before, but then, just recently I got reminded of it and I was moved to share it. I hadn't talked. See, some stuff I do, I don't talk about everything I do, but I was just like, wow, you know what? Just that single moment might have opened up so many possibilities, like thousands of possibilities. And I had something else more personal to me happen. Actually, I'm recording this on the day after Christmas, and I had something happen to me on Christmas morning. I just say it came from spirit, and to me it was the best Christmas present I've ever received in life. Think about what I'm saying. In life. All right. The best one. And I was just like, wow. It just changed my whole thing. A single moment, a single instance. You know how powerful that is. Like people, let me tell you what. People really need to be conscious of how they deal with everybody out here. As best as possible. As best as possible. Some people are going to get on your nerves and you're going to want to curb stomp them. But at the same time, that might have been a necessary thing. Because on a deeper level, sometimes people had that turn the other cheek thing. Sometimes you need to beat the shit out of somebody. Because even that can help you. It'll help you because it teaches you to stand up for yourself. It helps them because it humbles them. Like a lot of bullies could have their life changed if somebody just whipped their ass. And I've actually heard of bullies and people who've been bullies, and they say they dealt with that one person who whipped their ass, but it changed their life. It's a single moment, man. I mean, this is, one of the things with Deep Thought, this channel, and I've said this and I want to reiterate it, it's not just about finding out a bunch of metaphysical history and stuff, or something that you can go to Barnes & Noble for, any bookstore. The biggest thing is thinking. The biggest thing is how you think and navigate your way through life. Every single moment, man. You never know. I could go out, right? Like I used an example in the video before how, I'm at this stoplight and this dude was honking for me to take a right turn, even though it wasn't a right turn for me, and what that could have led to. But that's some real stuff. Like right now, I'm recording. But shoot, I could be doing something else. I could be at the gym. I could be looking at a video, something. But I'm recording. And maybe in this moment, it does, maybe me not being on the street at a certain time saves some lives. Because it might cause a chain reaction or something. Or impact somebody's life. Or just me sitting here making this video now. And then, I have to go out later on. I might run into something that might be beneficial. But that single moment. But the key is, you can't control it. But what you can control is your attitudes about something and anything. Like when we dealing with people, a lot of times we don't always deal with it the best. We get caught up in something and then, it's like, well, I ain't going to be nice to them and I'm going to do this or that. And, sometimes it's just like, what, I'm just going to be chill, let it just fall, And I've had some people try to admonish me on, Rom, you kind of just let it flow sometimes. I'm like, you got to. Sometimes if you go in, you got a preconceived notion or whatever. It's like, I use racism. A lot of that is just preconceived notions and no telling how much talent was lost because somebody looked at somebody of another race and said, oh, I don't think they can do it. Instead of finding out if they can. I guarantee there's some companies that lost money. There's some companies that lost good people. There are friendships. It's like so many things because you preconceived something. At that single moment you made a judgment. It wasn't the correct one. But then if you get somebody at that single moment and they say, you know what, I'm going to just see what's up and I'm going to give my best in that moment. You know what, they might be enriching beyond belief. And I know people probably saying, Ron, this sounds like one of your Sunday morning messages. Well, it could be, but, it's a powerful thing. I mean, it's a definite deep thought thing. I mean, think about it. How many people go through life without thinking about what they're doing? Or are they not giving their best, or are they holding on to something? Like, getting back to the example of me and this young lady, I just stopped holding on to something. That's all it is. She even asked me, she was like, you just seem different. I was like, I just decided to let some shit go. Seriously, it's like, it ain't worth it. It's like, what's there to hold on to? Because a lot of times people hold on to some bullshit just because. But it's like that, I think it was, I forgot which culture this proverb came from, but it's very profound. It's like, holding on to something, you acting like it's gonna hurt that other person, but it's really hurting you. Or it's like drinking poison and thinking it's gonna hurt the other person. It's like, nah, you just let it go. But that could be a whole other thing. Whole other podcast. But that single moment, man, y'all just think about this. Just think about your day, everything you do. Think about it. Your that single moment, right? Like I got another lady friend, right? Friend of mine, right? And I remember there is so many possibilities, like just making money. This is a pure business thing. All because in a single moment, I just decided to approach her. And anybody who follows like a lot of my relationship stuff, I'm not big on random approaches. But she had a nice booty though, so I was like, but it's funny in that single moment, I could have just said, oh, nice booty, and kept walking. But I was just like, nah, I gotta walk up on her and see what's up, right? But that single moment is probably will enrich me in many ways for life. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. You never know. And just in all fairness, you're going to make some wrong steps or not even know that you made some wrong steps. I mean, you're not. I mean, that's just part of the game. But like I said, the best thing you can do is just try to keep a positive attitude at every interaction. Because every interaction, every relationship is important. And just try to look at it the best and just let some stuff go and you find out some things, right? In fact, I got another story with this. I remember, I just thought about this woman I dealt with years ago. And still, we still keep up with each other on Facebook. All right. I remember when she first met me, she had a preconceived notion of the type of person I was and treated me accordingly until, I cursed her out. And because she was just doing some things getting on my nerves. But then when she changed her attitude a bit and really got to know me, she was like, you're a great person. That's why we keep up to each other today. She was just like, because of her circumstances, she got with somebody else, but she was cool with it, and I'm cool with it. I'm happy for her, right? But that's just how it is, You gotta look at those moments, and it's like, okay, what's my attitude gonna be? Am I gonna be thinking negative? Because using that example again, she had a negative view of me, but I guess I was cute to her, so she was gonna work on me. Right? She was going to work on me. So I was just like, hey, And then she, because she got to know me a little bit and changed her attitude, she realized she didn't need to work on me. All she needed to do was just sit back and enjoy. And trust me, for a few years, that's all we did. We sat back and enjoyed each other. All right? But that single moment is just so powerful. That single moment. You can change everything. And like I said, that special Christmas present I got, like I said, all it was just a perspective. Like I said, it came from spirit, It came from spirit. I had a hunch to look at something, and I found something that, trust me, changed. It was actually healing to me. Seriously, that's how deep it was. It was healing to me on something. It actually helped me resolve something I've been dealing with since I was probably 10. That's how deep it was. And a single moment, just a single hunch. And then that's a moment too. Because I haven't got much into dealing. In fact, I'm gonna do something on dreams and hunches and stuff like that. But just that single moment, just that single hunch, just to look up something, and I was like, oh snap. It made my day. I was smiling all day yesterday, And it's like, I can already see how that single moment will change just how I approach things. Y'all gonna pick it up in a few weeks. Y'all gonna be like, damn, Ron, I notice your videos are slightly different. We like to change though, because people pick up tones and everything like that. All because I saw one little thing. So anyway, right? That's it for today. I want y'all to think on everything. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.